Patrick and Adeline are a couple who are currently having the best Valentine's Day ever because of this beautiful location. Patrick is secretly proposing by hiding a ring in a strawberry that he gives her to taste. She agrees to marry him, but at that moment his phone rings, and his photographer tells him that he wasn't able to take their picture and that they need to repeat the proposal. This angers Patrick, and he reproaches his fiancée. Meanwhile, someone kills him, and they call to check on him. Patrick turns around with an arrow in his head and falls in front of her. She screams and runs to a car that she is unable to use, continuing to search for a hiding spot, only to find the arrow piercing her foot. Injured, she goes into a building to seek help, which she doesn't receive. But what follows is much worse as she gets trapped and Hard Eyes uses a machine to crush her, leading to her death. Fast forward to another Valentine's Day, and a masked killer known as Hard Eyes is all over the news, murdering couples in love on this special day. Here we meet Allie, who is looking at a picture of her ex-boyfriend. Her best friend Monica is with her, and they order drinks. The order arrives for her coffee, which has all the same ingredients as Jay's, who is implying they are coffee mates. So they sit together, and Allie has brought a metal straw that she prefers, but she accidentally drops sugar, which causes both of them to bend down at the same time and bump their heads together twice in a row. This makes Jay's nose bleed, and she leaves because of embarrassment. Now at work as a designer, her boss calls her in to discuss a campaign for their perfume product, If Made, where they play an ad titled, "Till Death Tear Us Apart," based on Hard Eyes, which boss doesn't like. So she brings in their new member, who is highly successful with viral romantic campaigns, and he will help them in future. After that, we are introduced to Detective Janine with her partner, who introduces himself as Hobbs and Shaw. At the crime scene, they find a wedding band with the initials JS. Blood is everywhere in the machine, and they also discover a photo representing the last thing the photographer saw. Back at the office, Allie is essentially fired and replaced by Jay, who has a contract for another 6 months. She then goes to the bathroom and reads comments from the ad when suddenly she hears Jay's voice calling her for a business dinner, which she dislikes because it's Valentine's Day. However, since he is busy tomorrow, he doesn't leave her with a choice. She goes to lunch with Monica, who says she met someone who paid off all her debts because he is rich, that it might be Hard Eyes. Meanwhile, the news reports that 2 more couples have become victims today, as Allie stalks her ex because he has already found a new girlfriend, and Monica reassures her that now she has a chance. So, she uses the wealthy guy's credit card and goes to find the perfect outfit for the evening. Allie arrives first at the reservation for AJ, and while there they check her due to Hard Eyes, where they discover a metal straw. She waits for some time, and when he arrives, she is thrilled. Jay starts asking questions about herself and orders champagne, which doesn't seem very much like a business dinner. Allie tells him to skip all this and get down to business, but Jay interrupts her, saying that she is heartbroken because of the campaign and the ad she made. She defends herself, saying she's not, and it shouldn't concern him, while attacking him about why he is single, leading him to say that it's a bad night and he needs to leave. She catches up to him outside apologizing, to which Jay responds that it's fine, and at that moment, Allie leans in for a kiss. This happens because she sees her ex with a new girlfriend heading to the same place with a reservation, and Allie wants to make him jealous. Jay joins her role and helps while Hard Eyes watches from the sidelines. They take a ride, and Allie first arrives at the address, but stops in front of the building and doesn't enter. Jay goes after her, and Allie says she forgot her key while the other one is under a mat upstairs, prompting her to consider breaking a window. Jay does this instead of her and injures his arm, so he enters the apartment with Allie, stops the bleeding, and finds her Pikachu cosplay, which she is not proud of. Allie grabs the first aid kit to help him, and while they sit, she notices her private toy in the back and goes to hide it discreetly when Hard Eyes appears with a crossbow. Jay fights with him, and she helps, so they together block the door. They explain to him that they are not a couple and that he should back away, but that doesn't stop him. Jay helps but gets knocked down, and Allie runs away because she can't help herself. Just when the police arrive, he disappears. Then she meets detectives Hobbs and Shaw and learns that they have already captured Hard Eyes and that he is suspected to be Jay. Allie tells them that he was with her all night and that he is innocent. However, the detective says that he maybe wasn't alone. Now in the station, they show him a ring with his initials JS as Jay Simmons, who claims he is not married and says it's not his ring, joking about the detective and his poor job. Meanwhile, Allie's at the station waiting for the interrogation to finish when a guy approaches her, asking her for coffee, saying not to worry because Hard Eyes has already been caught tonight. During the interrogation, Detective Shaw shows interest in him and steps closer to flirt, while Allie grabs the flag because she finds the supply room suspicious and they notice her behavior. Allie defends him, stating that he is not the one they are looking for, while Shaw inquires if they are emotionally together, to which Allie declines. Then the power goes out, and Shaw leaves to check. Allie remains with security when Heart Eyes attacks and kills him, chasing Allie using his heart's night vision, with Shaw helping her. Detective Hobbs joins, and his hunt quickly ends, while Allie arrives at Jay, but from the other side of the room behind the mirror, so she goes to look for the key, while Heart Eyes joins him. Jay is tied to a table and spins around, while Allie shoots through the glass until the bad guy escapes. She frees Jay, and his search continues outside. They head to the cinema on Valentine's Day, where there are many couples, which is paradise for Heart Eyes with many victims to choose from. They hide in a van where a couple behind them is not concerned about the serial killer and continues their activities, making so much noise that it attracts the killer, who slashes another loving pair. Then a public massacre begins, with everyone screaming and running away as Hard Eyes slashes them in the chaos. Allie and Jay step out, and she wants them to finish this here rather than run away. They call him to attract his attention and grab weapons, just as the killer approaches. Jay confronts him and takes a strong hit, and Allie helps. Together, they manage to defeat him and pull off his mask to reveal an unknown man. They are praised as the only ones who defeated Hard Eyes, and Shaw joins them ready to drive. Jay gives his phone number to Allie, and they part ways. Allie is home alone, bored and reminiscing about today's moments, realizing she messed up. Monica encourages her to go to the airport and seize her chance, so she leaves and hugs him, but it's the wrong guy. She receives an anonymous call from someone saying they are in the Valentine's chapel and that she should come alone or he will die. When she enters, she sees Jay with Hard Eyes holding him hostage and reveals himself as the guy from the police station earlier. They are three of them. One is dead, and the third is Shaw, making them partners in crime. They say they love to murder couples in love and that it's their kick. The initials on the ring signify Janine Shaw, who tells Allie to take the gun with a single bullet, and she has one choice, either herself or him. Allie is now faced with the decision of her life and rests the gun on herself, but then shoots right beside him, hitting Shaw in the stomach and trying to escape with Jay, whom she grazed slightly with the gunfire. They catch them separately, and Jay scratches Hard Eyes in the face with an arrow while Shaw fights with Eli and knocks her down, but Allie stabs her neck with a metal straw, then giving a fatal blow, leaving Shaw beheaded. She joins Jay, who uses the crossbow to finish off Hard Eyes, making all three now dead. A year later, their company celebrates its greatest success as the highest sales for them, thanks to these two. Now at the same place for Valentine's Day, Jay gives her a key for her to move in with him, and she actually does what he needs and proposes to him with a ring as the movie concludes.